This is my segment on is Candus done with Don and is Kitty Kitty going to get him some kitty kitty? This is covered under fair use.
Hola, how are you? You doing all right? Oh man, did you see that?
Doing all right. I got to shout to everything else.
Oh wow. So I'm glad that you came in here. And were you in there the whole time?
No, I wasn't. I was in Jamie's chat earlier and a whole bunch of other people's chat.
Oh, it's making your rounds.
As seen here, Candus is making her rounds on YouTube channels, smiling, laughing, and having a great time.
I'm making my rounds, honey.
So we were, I don't know. You don't have to answer anything that we're talking about unless you want to. And I know how that is. We were, so I was talking about, which was a good, you talk about what you just went over.
Well, we were talking about the phone call that Hunter talked about whenever Dawn supposedly called you guys when you were in the drive-thru at Walmart.
This is where the YouTubers start directing her, showing everybody else is the liar, everybody else is the problem, taking no personal responsibility.
And Hunter said that some guy named Andy was up there and was trying to touch the kids or something, is how he had put it.
Yeah. Tell her what you thought.
That's such a lie.
Right. So that's what I was kind of under the impression that he heard what he wanted to hear when Don called, and then they just made up whatever he had, whatever he thought he heard.
Okay, let me say something, Cam. Donnie called me and said, "Are you guys almost home?" And I said, "Yes. I have to stop and get my mom's prescription, and then we'll be on our way." And that's all what was said.
I believe that. I believe that because they were trying way too hard. And this is what we were talking about. I know that she was just doing stuff out of being grudgeful, spiteful and having a grudge. Because we know, she yelled that at you that day when you were carrying that banner, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
We like your kid.
What did she say? They got your kid?
She said, "Ha ha, let me off and I got your kid."
But that's not really true either. What Allie did say, she supposedly flipped her off and said, "I got your bitch." So Candus is yet again lying.
Awful.
So that right there, look, so people want to be hateful and bash Candus. She's out there carrying a banner for her daughter, yet we have Hunter and her mom, and this isn't the only thing that they were attending.
My question has always been, why are they out there at vigils and carrying banners? Why aren't they out looking for their daughter? As if they knew she was never coming home.
Through this, Allie yells that at Candus. The True was showing up and Hunter at prayer vigils and making their presence known. Things that were supposed to be for summer, and
they were popping up there.
More like just bullying.
Right.
Bullying or just harassing.
Right. Harassing and being disrespectful.
Yeah, that's the way I took it. And I noticed that, remember when we first noticed that in that video? Mm-hmm. I was like, she was with that pink-haired girl in that video. I was like, that's too much. So, I mean, if people are going to come at everybody else, I mean, we have to look at everything. They're lying. What was the reason? How would he, hold on, this would be a good question. I don't want to go off too far. This would be a good question, Candus. How did he know about Jackie Dobbs camping up there? Would he have heard that through a grapevine, through somebody? To be able to say that?
Oh, Donnie?
No, Hunter. Would he have known anything about Jackie being over there? Because he talking about somebody
No,
camping.
that kid didn't know nothing about it. That kid didn't know nothing about it.
So Candus, in her own words, acknowledges that Hunter has no clue about another pedophile in the area that could have possibly been around other than what he heard on the telephone with Don.
So, and when Chris did this interview, it's a month later.
Right.
So
that had already been talked about online by the time that they had done the interview.
Yeah, so they were able to put together by stuff they're hearing.
Right.
I forgot about that.
That's the whole thing.
You will hear many times about these YouTubers putting words in her mouth and driving a narrative and actually leading Candus to what she is saying, again, to drive a narrative.
Because if you go back and you watch that interview, they talk about the milk, they talk about everything that had been already talked about online in that interview. And so I feel like that they had been watching everything and that's where they were pulling stuff from just to say.
Yeah. Do you know if I don't want to go and just tell me to shut up if if you don't want to answer this, but
Get it done and over with, Pam.
Did his girlfriend, do you know if she lived in?
So this interview is supposed to be about Summer Wells, and you've got Candus laughing and smiling and having a great time during this interview. And she's got a missing 5-year-old daughter.
Bristol? Or her mom or anything?
I don't know anything about Hunter's girlfriend.
Because they said that when he got back after y'all had dropped him off, they were like, oh, he went to Bristol with his girlfriend and
they were at a park.
And Bristol's pretty far from Kingsport.
I don't know nothing about that. I really don't know nothing about that. I really don't.
Right. But that Bristol's pretty far from Kingsport, and that's why I asked that.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes.
Yeah, we're close. Exactly. We're closer to Bristol than you are.
Right.
So yeah, that's out of the way.
Right.
Let's see. What did she say? Please have Candus repeat what Allison. Okay, so
people were wanting to know if she said, I have your kid or they have your kid.
Okay, yeah. Read, Candus, do you see that?
Here is where we're going to hear exactly what Allie purportedly said to Candus that day.
Please have Candus repeat what Allison showed that she had her kid or they. Okay, when I was going and I was holding the banner for Summer, when she come up missing, Allie and her group said, ha ha, like this, and said, we got your bitch. That's what they did.
We got your bitch is what they said.
You're about to hear Candus go through the what ifs. What if she did this? What if she did that, right? And then you're going to hear her say, what if I would have walked her up? I thought on many occasions she said she walked Summer into the home. So clearly her statements don't align with her previous statements.
Feel like
Okay, let me say something to y'all. Every day I go through the pain of what if this, what if that, what if I did this right, what if I did that right, what if I walked out there with her, what if I did this, what if I did that. And that's how I feel every day.
Right. Well, and we know that.
Yeah.
We've talked to you, and this is the thing that people.
That is my baby girl.
Yeah.
Right.
That is my daughter, man.
She's going into this conversation about this is her baby girl, this is her daughter. But how many times have we heard from people close to this family that she did not want girls and she wanted to give Summer up for adoption on multiple occasions?
I'm like on the verge, like, I don't even know how I can explain it the right way because that's my pride and joy. That's my little girl. She was my pride, my joy, my love of my life. And for someone to come do what they did to her.
She says for someone to come in and do what they did. What did they do, Candus? What do you know?
I'm trying not to cry. I'm really trying not to cry over this.
I know. Well,
You're missing a 5-year-old daughter. What do you mean you're trying not to cry? How can you not be hysterical at this moment?
I can't cry on command. It's just, I just can't.
Yes, you heard that correctly. She can't cry on command. In my opinion, parents that are missing a 5-year-old child that they believe was not only kidnapped, but is being sexually assaulted, doesn't need to cry on command. It comes naturally.
I can't deal with that.
You can't always cry on command. You can't. People don't understand, Cam. They really don't understand. But I can't just cry when everybody wants me to cry. I don't have Summer. I don't have my boys. I don't have Donnie.
She doesn't have Summer. She doesn't have the boys. She doesn't have Donnie. And she can't cry on cue. It sounds to me like there's some fishiness going on here. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm like all alone in this world.
I know.
I can't comprehend everything that's going on because of what has happened. And I'm just so emotional, and I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's totally.
Did she just say she's so emotional? How can she be emotional? Remember, she can't cry on cue.
Thank you, Pam Blankenship. She said,
thank you, everybody.
Candus, Pam Blankenship asked, she said, Candus, how can we help you?
I need some in the other room.
You cut out.
That is correct. You just heard her jump right on in, didn't even think twice about taking up somebody's offer for help. She needs new flooring in her other room because it's YouTuber's responsibility to fix her entire house. Now, mind you, they just filed their tax return in which they claim their children. So they're getting money back here, plus all the donations that have been pouring in, and now she wants flooring.
I said I need some flooring done in the other room.
Okay.
Where Josie will be at.
Okay. Well, I've got. Well, I'll talk to you about that after. I've got something to send over.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
Yeah, I've got something to send over to you, and so some flooring. How much? Do you know about how much you need for that room?
I need about. Oh shit! You're gonna ask me this question. I need about 6 boxes.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to all y'all's questions. Summer has stole the hearts of many. We will never give up on her. Stay strong, Candus Bly. Summer will come home. That's awesome. Thank you, Sarah. That's an uplifting comment right there. That's all. That's what we're all trying to shoot for. We're trying to be positive for this little girl.
Right.
It's for Summer. Nobody else. What we can do to try to help Summer, to help those boys. Whatever. That's what it's about. For real, and being mature enough that when we get on here and we talk about stuff, that those boys don't have to go back and hear things and
all the awful stuff that's been said.
Yeah, because they're at the age now that they're getting on YouTube, they're paying attention to what's going on. They're not lost to the situation that their life is going through right now. So it's very what's the word? It's very. People just need to be careful.
Yeah.
For real. Second
just
Fox
be mindful
Nanny.
of them.
She says, Candus, I've always believed you from the very start. I've prayed every day for you, Summer, and your family. Thank you, second, folks. I hope your son's doing okay too. He stays in our prayers. His name's right up there on the board. Candus, did you hear that one?
I want you to pay attention that while Cam and Allie are reading these messages, uplifting messages about Summer, about the boys, notice how distracted Candus is. Candus could care less. She could literally care less.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see, I'm trying to get through all of them.
Is Benny around?
Again, while they're talking about her children, Summer, and the boys, Candus is completely distracted, not paying attention to the uplifting messages from the supporters, and immediately wants to know where who is. Benny.
You asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard from him. I don't know if he's
I mean, either.
Has he been live today or anything?
Not that I'm aware of.
What'd he say?
I know Donnie's mad at me. He's worried about me being safe here when my mom leaves and I'm here by myself.
Yeah.
And I tell him every day, I'm like, it's gonna be okay. I got this.
This Christmas.
No, he's not mad at me, but like I tell him, I'm like, I'll be okay. I'm fine by myself.
Yeah.
I can do it by myself.
Yeah, but I feel like he's probably. When's the last time that y'all been apart? Like really apart for a while?
When he went to Utah?
Yeah, so and how he was gone how long that time?
9 months.
And we know now why Don is so upset with Candus, because when he came back from Utah, Candus was shacked up in the house with Jose Raymond, which was Allie's ex-boyfriend and Candus Bly's new boyfriend. And if you recall correctly, Don Wells was actually arrested on that occasion when he came back, which was October 14th, 2020. That is when he was arrested, and he just violated probation, which has now sent him to jail for 6 months at the minimum.
Oh, man. So, yes, he's gone a while. He went and worked. I didn't know it was that long.
Gosh, I didn't either.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, but I was okay by myself, though.
Yeah, but I'm sure that this is different just because of everything going on.
I mean,
he just
don't get me wrong. I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
Yes, folks, you heard that right. She loves Don, but she's not in love with Don. And we're hearing that Benny Keyz is on his way down to live in Tennessee with Candus. It makes you wonder, is Kitty Kitty going to get some kitty kitty?
I'd say.
I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
Right.
And I'll do anything for him because he's the kid's dad. But I cannot keep going the way I'm going.
That's a hard thing.
Donnie's gonna hear this at the end of this, but it doesn't even matter. I love Donnie to death. He's my kid's dad. I love Donnie to death. I love him because he's the kid's dad. But as far as being in love with him anymore, I am done. He just doesn't understand how and what I feel. I love him. I love him to death. But I'm letting you know how I feel about the whole script.
Right.
I understand.
I'm married to him. He's my husband. I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore. He has done what he has done.
Here is where it gets very, very interesting. What did Don do? Did he have a hand in Summer's disappearance? This statement makes you wonder.
And I love him to death. I will always care for him. But as far as having me keep going, there's going to be a slash jag, if you know what I mean. I love Donnie, but he has to do what he has to do, and I can't do no more for him.
You're about to start watching and noticing that Candus is having a conversation by text with Benny Keyz. Look at her face and how excited she is to hear from Benny after just saying she's no longer in love with Don Wells. It makes you wonder if she has inappropriate feelings for Benny Keyz.
No, he doesn't. Not yet.
There's Benny. He said gang activities over here.
Oh my God, dang Benny.
Gang activities over here.
But it also makes you wonder, does Benny reciprocate those same feelings that Candus has for him, for her? Stay tuned. We are analyzing this entire conversation.
Oh my God, he didn't.
Look, bro, I didn't even know anybody was coming up here. We were sitting here doing our thing.
No, my God, he just said, Benny just said, what's wrong?
No.
Look how happy and excited she is to know that Benny actually cares about what is wrong with her. She is just over the moon. Does Benny feel the same way? It makes you wonder.
Yeah, for real. Look, I'm glad, and I plead the fifth. I agree with you. She said, like Candus talked. She said she's never got to talk about how she truly feels.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I mean, look, you can't hold that in.
Right.
If that's the way you feel, I mean, it might be a good time to let him know about that right now, and then you work on telling. You say, that you got this, so you can work on doing something for you. I mean, Candus, for real, I'm going to ask you, when's the last time you really did anything for you? For you and your happiness and for your children and happiness?
The woman doesn't even take care of her kids. And you're asking her when has she done anything for herself or her children? Probably never. Just saying.
Probably been a long
I've never had no happiness, Kim.
Yes, folks, you heard her correctly. She's never had any happiness. No happiness when she gave birth to her oldest son, her middle son, or her youngest son, and no happiness when she gave birth to Summer. No happiness. She's never had happiness. That's probably the most real statement she has ever said.
Somebody said, go look at Cam. He said, what's wrong? I said, well, I'm just sitting here telling Cam and Ellie what I really feel. He said, be careful.
Again, it makes you wonder, is there a love affair going on between Benny Keyz and Candus Wells? Is this a problem that she has? If you remember when I found out Don Wells was going to jail, what was the first thing I said? She can't keep her legs closed. She will have another man before long. Is that other man Benny Keyz?
Be careful. But he can come up here if he wants. I can give him the link. It don't matter. Tell him if he wants to. Look, I'm not going to ask you nothing that's like I said. You can talk. I don't even want to ask anything. That's y'all's place.
He doesn't want to ask them anything. Cam says that's y'all's place. Does that mean other people know of this affair, this illicit affair that could be happening between Benny Keyz and Candus Wells? This is where I'd like you to start paying attention to Candus's body language. Look how enamored she is with Benny Keyz. She is head over heels in love with this man. And now we find out through the grapevine he's planning on moving in with Candus in March. It makes you wonder, is this going to affect him and Don Wells' relationship? Does he truly believe Candus has more information than she's saying and wants to befriend her in the only way he knows how? Is he looking for the payday and getting the information for the reward money? All these things are on the table. Please watch.
What's up, dude?
What's up, gang?
Not much, man.
How you doing, Miss Allie?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. We was doing our thing up here. We saw in the chat, she's like, Candus wants the link. I was like, she ain't ever been over here before.
Candus?
Yeah. Hey, look, it's been good, though.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real,
Candus.
Candus, it's been good. I mean, you got to get some things off your chest, and that's cool. Everybody's got to talk about their feelings and stuff. What's up? Oh, okay. So what's up, man? What you been into?
What's up, Benny?
That was a disaster.
Not a lot. We've had ice storms here for most of the day, so the internet, every about 45 minutes the power cuts off for the roaming. So I've been out of the loop today.
Dude,
Yeah.
she was sitting there. And Candus, I appreciate you answering that stuff. And I think people needed to hear that from you, that Allie did get, that Hunter's mom did yell that at you.
It's okay, though, y'all.
I mean, it is what it
because
is.
I can handle it.
I know you can.
It sure is.
Heck yeah, man.
You're about to hear Candus go into a sexual innuendo directed at Benny Keyz. Again, it brings us back. Is there something going on between Candus Wells and Benny Keyz? I'll let you decide.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, I know that when you got more people, when you have more people come on with the cameras on, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead. What did you say, Candus? Well, sorry.
I said women have more fiber opportunity than men do.
Yes, that does sound like she's flirting, doesn't it? Again, makes you wonder.
Yes. That's true.
That's true. I can't argue with you on that one.
So this is where I'm ending the interview, and this ends, is Candus done with Don, and is Kitty going to get him some kitty? This is a very interesting story, but watch the body language on it. As we progress, we will keep following this case, and we will see where it leads. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments in the comments section below.